Experts caution against giving artificial intelligence (AI) executive control because its lack of emotions could do unthinkable harm. Similar to a psychopath, AI can lack empathy and a moral compass, which might lead to actions that have terrible emotional repercussions. The way we live and work has changed as a result of considerable advancements in AI in recent years. It has significantly impacted a number of areas, including healthcare, banking, and transportation. There's no denying that AI has the ability to alter our world. But like any great technology, it also has a negative side. The development of deepfakes is one of the biggest concerns posed by AI. Deepfakes are fake yet convincing films or images that have been altered using AI algorithms. This kind of material can be used to disseminate rumors, malign people, or sway public opinion. It's getting harder and harder to spot deepfakes as the technology underlying them gets better. This poses a serious risk to our society and may have negative effects. The former president, Barack Obama, appeared to be talking things he had never actually uttered in a deepfake video that was made in 2018. The film, which was produced using AI algorithms, was quite convincing. A lot of people were alarmed by the deepfake video since it was widely circulated on social media and had the potential to be used for political manipulation. The creation of automated hacking tools is another issue related to AI. AI algorithms are able to examine networks and systems for vulnerabilities before launching very precise targeted attacks. As a result, it could be harder for defenders to identify and stop attacks, which might give attackers an unfair edge. This technology is very hazardous since it can launch complex attacks with little human involvement. In 2017, an automated program that checked for network and system vulnerabilities was used to launch the WannaCry ransomware assault, which had tremendous impact on businesses all around the world. The attack could have been launched on a large scale with little need for human interaction thanks to the automated tool. The attack demonstrated the danger that automated hacking tools provide in terms of their ability to wreak extensive harm and emphasize the necessity of strengthening cybersecurity defenses. AI is also capable of constructing false social media profiles that can be used to propagate misinformation or carry out phishing scams. These accounts may be created to resemble actual users, making it challenging to identify and block them because it can be difficult to distinguish between legitimate and fraudulent accounts. This poses a serious risk to both individuals and companies. Researchers discovered that fake Twitter accounts were being established at a startling rate in the months leading up to the 2020 U.S. presidential election. The accounts, which were created to look like real individuals, were used to disseminate propaganda and false information. The integrity of our political process is seriously threatened by the ability to generate false social media accounts using AI algorithms, which makes it more challenging to identify and block these accounts. So what can be done to stop AI from being used for bad intentions? Better AI algorithms that can recognize deepfakes, phony social media accounts, and automated attacks are one approach. Another option is to create stronger cybersecurity defenses, such as security information and event management tools, enhanced authentication and access controls, and intrusion detection system. These methods can aid in reducing the dangers posed by AI and shield humans from its negative aspects. The negative effects of AI are wide-ranging, have an impact on people, corporations, and society as a whole. In order to reduce the hazards posed by AI, we must continue to be proactive and watchful. As we rely more on technology, it's critical to be aware of AI's dark side and take precautions to reduce its risks. The dark side of AI, how it can be used for malicious purpose, and more. We can work to ensure that AI is utilized for good, not evil, by creating stronger AI algorithms and strong cybersecurity safeguards. The potential of this groundbreaking technology can only be fully realized after that. London. In 2022, when the cutting-edge chatbot ChatGPT was released, artificial intelligence became a hot topic. Superior powers heightened worries that AI might soon progress to a point where we would be unable to control it. This even prompted some professionals and business titans to issue a dire warning that the technology might wipe out humanity. However, some commenters weren't persuaded. Professor of linguistics Noam Chomsky criticized ChatGPT as high-tech plagiarism. I was unconcerned for a long time about the potential effects of AI on human existence and the environment. That's because I've always viewed it as a mentor or advisor to people. The possibility of AI is making choices and exercising executive authority, however, is a different story, and it's one that's currently being taken very seriously. The fact that AI is completely devoid of emotion, which is essential for decision-making, is one of the main reasons we couldn't give it executive power. We have produced the ideal psychopath since they lack empathy, emotion, and morality. The final system might be extremely intelligent, but it won't have the human emotional core needed to assess the potentially devastating emotional effects of an apparently logical choice. When AI seizes the reins of power, importantly, we shouldn't simply consider AI to be a threat. We give it control over our nuclear arsenals. The number of places of authority from which it may cause unspeakable harm is practically limitless. Think about how AI can already locate and arrange the data needed to construct their own conservatory. For instance, modern technologies can efficiently lead you through each phase of the build and avoid numerous beginning blunders. But in the future, an AI may handle the construction by choosing the contractors and handling their payment from your budget. Almost all areas of information processing and data analysis are currently using AI, from operating autonomous cars to aiding in medical diagnosis to modeling weather patterns. But when we allow AI systems to make the crucial transition from the position of consultant to that of executive manager, issues begin. What if an AI was given direct authority, the ability to design procedures for recovering debts, conduct bank transfers, and maximize earnings, with no constraints on how to accomplish this? This would be an improvement over just suggesting fixes to a company's finances. Or consider an AI system that has the authority to directly prescribe treatments or medications, in addition to making a diagnosis based on X-rays. You could begin to feel anxious about such possibilities. I know I would. Your sense that these machines don't actually have souls may be this cause. They're only programs made to possess enormous volumes of data or to reduce complexity into much simpler patterns, hence enhancing the confidence of human decision-making. Emotions, which are closely tied to biological senses and instincts, are not present in them and cannot be. Morals and feelings. The capacity to control our emotions allows us to cope with stress, empathize with others, and communicate clearly. This is relevant to decision-making more than intelligence alone, as the best choice isn't always the most logical one. It's possible to give AI-powered systems intelligence, the capacity to reason and act logically, so they can make defensible decisions. But consider entrusting the management of the climate catastrophe to a strong AI. It might be motivated to start by substantially lowering the human population. It's not necessary to clarify this deduction in detail. Almost by definition, humans are the cause of pollution in all its forms. Climate change and extinction of humanity would be solved. One expects that an AI will come up with its own answers that are impenetrable and free of a human aversion to doing harm, rather of the conclusion that human decision makers would make. And if it had presidential authority, there might not be any barriers standing in its way. How about destroying the sensors and controls over farms that produce food? Initially, this may occur gradually, pushing controls just past a breaking point so that no one sees the crops are being destroyed. In some circumstances, this may soon result in starvation. As an alternative, how about simply crashing all currently flying aircraft or shutting off air controls entirely? There are often 22,000 planes flying at once, which translates to a possible death toll of several million people. Think again if you believe that they're far away from that circumstance. Autonomous AIs already operate commercial and military airplanes. How about simultaneously causing social upheaval in all major locations of the world by blocking access to bank accounts? Or turning off computer-controlled air conditioning or heating systems in the midst of a sweltering summer? In other words, an AI system need not control nuclear weapons in order to pose a major threat to humanity. But while we're on the subject, if an AI system were strong and intelligent enough, it might be able to simulate an attack on a nation that possesses nuclear weapons and set off a human-initiated response. Could AI potentially murder a lot of people? Theoretically, the answer must be yes. However, much of this depends on whether or not people choose to grant it executive control. There isn't much that is more horrifying, in my opinion, than an AI with the ability to make decisions and carry them out. Is it scaring you enough? AI is really uncontrollable. What do you think? Let us hear your response by commenting below. See you in the next one.